Welcome to my main scenario quest line through Endwalker. This is number 10. Yesterday my internet went out, so that's what happened with my stream yesterday. Behind me is my fiance, the underscore tweeter 89. He's playing Madden. There he is.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead. Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
Was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was, once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts. That unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You can't be serious! We've done nothing wrong!
Master Fortuno? What business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian. Our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian, a group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true
there's,
caretakers of
Alfie's
wisdom,
dad.
have committed ourselves
That's
to an
Alfie's dad.
undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
Yeah, we have Alfie and Minnie, Stola, which she's over
And
there
we will
asleep
not
right now.
risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Yeah, he calls Minfilia tits, and before he got to know Alphanaut and stuff, because he says he looked like a girl, Tits Junior, because he has no tits.
He looks like a chick.
Yeah, he looks like a chick.
Then Al says tits
What then is to be our fate?
Tits
We put
Junior.
us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate.
Sorry, I'm checking my, making sure my controller is charging. Is Kryle's head... Oh my gosh, it is. Her hood's down.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
The Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuner, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action,
he had,
and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
He had this pimple that we were trying to get yesterday in his goatee. Oh my god, it's fucking wild.
This thing is massive.
It is so huge. It's about the size of a marble. And so we went to go take a shower, and I was like, I think I can get it this time. And I got underneath it, and I was pushing, and nothing pushing, but I wasn't pushing nearly as hard as I needed to, but then poof, splatted all over my forehead. Blood, pus, I mean, a splat. Not like one or two, but like splatter across my fucking forehead. Yeah. It smelled bad. It was nasty. It was pretty gnarly. But you feel it now?
It's still there.
Yeah, it's about the size of a fucking marble. So it'll fill back up tonight or tomorrow, and I'll get to get it again. I've got I got an obsession with popping pimples. Yeah, post that. Put it right here on there for you guys. Be right back. I need to use the restroom.
That toe might be broke.
Where's my knee?
No, that knee might be broke.
No! Fuck. Oh, I hit my knee, you guys. I'm sorry. Where'd you get the wine? She's asleep.
Where am I?
There she is. Isn't she beautiful? Her name is Stola because she's so beautiful. She's so tired. I need that. Sorry about that.
She's clinging to me, Mama.
Give me a bath. Thank you.
Oh, she's pressing into it there.
Thank you. She gave me a bath. You guys don't ever get to see the good side of her. Every time I try to show you guys, she's
quite
pissy.
enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Thank you. She gave me kisses, Mama.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the
okay.
studium and an old
One-
friend
one's
of my
enough.
grandfather's.
You ruled it.
Honestly, every discussion
Yep.
devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand.
Baby, will you get me some
By
water?
their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift
Excited for
approaches.
Saturday?
Miami and Clemson?
No, Saturday's Christmas.
Oh, Christmas. Yeah.
Monday.
Oh, that's Monday. Oh, okay. Everyone excited for Christmas?
And Monday.
I've got so much fucking wrapping to do. It's not cool.
You're so good at it, though, baby.
But there exists
Liar.
no evidence
Liar.
of an
You
attempt
don't think
to
I'm good at
incite
it.
our citizens to do the same.
You know, I just say things to say things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
You're not named Mama.
Order! We will have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlian. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Oh, shit.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
You want to get me that water?
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you need some?
Not right now. I'm good.
Okay. Hello. Oh, what'd he do? What'd he do, baby?
What'd he do? Thank you.
Here's this thing over there in the kratom. And a soda.
Oh, sorry.
Huh? There's a whole
Oh, okay, I forgot about that.
12 pack there. Thank you, baby.
There we go.
Whoa, it's their mom. She's so nice. Their dad's a dick, but their mom's really sweet. Yeah, she's really sweet. Excuse me. Goldfish.
Welcome home, my lady.
What? What are you gawping at?
Scion headquarters must be squalid indeed.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Alice is embarrassed that she came from being rich.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid, the triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Aww.
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect.
Ooh, Alice got new clothes. Check her out.
Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me
I like
you
her
have
old
something
one better.
different made for Alphino.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you would allow me, Master Alphino.
Oh, is she gonna bestow him Sage? Yep.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
I think that's a good stopping point for now, so I can go smoke a cigarette and get some fresh air and stuff. So as usual, make sure you eat all your potato salad by subscribing, liking, following, sharing, and commenting. Please comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays for Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, everything. Everyone stay safe, and I love you guys, and I will see you later tonight.